I'm Sven. Eating disorders affect many different walks of life, so don't judge a book by its cover. Because, I mean, I know I don't really look like your typical person you would think coming up with an eating disorder, but I was really sick and I almost died. I know a couple of my closest friends, I hadn't really said anything, but it was quite apparent by the time I was in my late teens that I was a very sick person. And so them confronting me just flat out, we know you're sick, you're gonna die, please fix this. That was the first little bit. And then I think the real push for me to take matters into my own hands was realizing how hard it was to get help and how long it was going to take if I were to just stay in Nova Scotia and wait for someone to help me. I mean, I was fainting at school every day by the end of it, and the teachers, the faculty just said, we can't have you in class if you're just going to be passing out all the time. We tried talking to doctors and psychologists, and the wait was just really, really, really long. So I've always been the kind of person that if you tell me I can't do something, that I'm going to try really hard to do it. And so I just kind of looked inside of myself and decided that, yeah, I need to recover. And it was only a month or two into the school year, and I was the sickest I'd ever been. I had large chunks of hair missing, and my nails would break off, and my skin was gray, and I was just fainting all the time. And the school had asked me to leave again. But I couldn't be hospitalized because I was waitlisted. And so I decided that I needed to go. I needed to change my scene because it hasn't worked for the last 7 years that I was sick, and it's not going to work now. It obviously doesn't work. Recovery for me personally meant learning to stand on my own and not have those old habits of restricting to fall back on, and really honoring the relationship between my body and my mind. So I mostly just turned to a lot of self-help, a lot of spirituality. I grew my spiritual practice hugely during my recovery. I've always been very in touch with my own energy and spirit, and I just knew that there was only one way to make that stronger and build that connection, and that was to recover. So that really pushed me. And then I actually found quite a few online resources and just forums and discussion boards of people who were recovering and people who had recovered. And I was an alpine ski instructor for a couple of years, really right out of my recovery, and that was a huge reason why I wanted to get my body healthy, was so I could perform the way I wanted to. And there was a woman who worked at my ski hill who was a longtime recoverer, and she was very healthy and a huge inspiration to me. Mm-hmm. And so that just kind of reiterated that recovery was possible, and I just wanted to live the rest of my life, and I knew I wasn't going to do that on the road that I was heading down. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it was a slow wake-up call, but when it hit like a ton of bricks. Mm-hmm. You're worth it. You're absolutely worth it. And you're enough. And you don't have to be more sick before you can recover. And you're so, so worth it, and life is so, so worth living. And be excited. Be excited about something, pick something, anything, and just get excited about it and live for it. Even if it's something small like walking your dog. Get amped and do it.